Beginning of Vayishlach, as Yaakov and Esau were about to meet up together, the Torah describes what is going through Yaakov's mind. Vayiro Yaakov ma'od vayetzer lo. Yaakov is very, very scared. It troubles him deeply inside of him. The question is, what exactly was bothering Yaakov? What troubled him? If it's that he was scared about what was going to happen, he didn't have faith in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it seems a little bit difficult. The Torah already told us, Ushmarticha b'chol asher telech, Hashem said, I'm going to watch you. Wherever you go, Vashivosicha el ha'adam azos, and I will return you to the land. I'm going to protect you. Maybe on a practical level he was concerned. Yaakov seemed like he had some sort of strength. He was able to remove the Evan. HaKadosh Baruch Hu was with him in each step of the way. So what was it that was troubling Yaakov? What, again, deeply bothered him? Vayira Yaakov ma'od vayetzer lo. So a beautiful suggestion from the Znaim Torah. Rav Sorotzkin suggests that what troubled Yaakov was not knowing who he was going to encounter. What do you mean not knowing who he was going to encounter? It was going to be Esau. He didn't know if it was going to be Esau or if it was going to be Achi Esau. He didn't know how Esau was going to engage him. Was Esau going to engage him as an enemy? Is it going to be a fight? Was it going to be a battle? Was it going to be a war? Or is he going to engage him as a brother? The facade, the anger, he can push that aside. But maybe now, when he approaches, will be as a brother looking to reconcile. And that tension of not knowing what is going to be, that was what was bothering Yaakov. That was what was so difficult. Why? Because in life, what we try to do, and especially if you're going to be into a difficult situation, is you want to be able to prepare yourself. And what was so difficult about the situation to which Yaakov now found himself and what troubled him so deeply was that he didn't know exactly how to address it. He didn't know how to prepare for it. If Esav is coming to fight, so it has to be a moment. I have to protect my family. I have to make sure some people are over there. If Esav is coming as a brother, so then the gifts are going to serve one role. What exactly do I do? And that was what was troubling Yaakov, right? The Ikar of the Machame writes, to figure out what exactly the enemy is going to do. And if you wait too long and you're not sure, so then it's going to be difficult. Hashem said he's going to watch him, okay, but we don't rely on an ace. You have to do your preparations. It was that tension of the unknown, of this suffix, of this doubt, that caused Yaakov distress. He needed to figure out what was his ishtalus, what was the way that he was supposed to engage. And it's so true in our lives. The moments that are sometimes the most difficult are when we have a lack of clarity, when we need to try to figure out what steps should I take, and we're just not sure how to proceed. And even if it's going to be a difficult challenge, knowing that that is the challenge and now preparing ourselves for it sometimes gives us more of a chance of feeling at ease that at least I know what it is that I need to do. So what happens when we're stuck in those situations? What happens when we're just not sure how to move forward? That's when we turn to HaKadosh Baruch Hu in tefillah. We turn to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and we ask for clarity. One of the greatest gifts that we can have in life is just to have clarity. And again, it does not always mean that we get the answer that we want, but sometimes having the clarity to move forward gives us a certain yishuv hadas. And when we have to make decisions in life, and we have to figure out, people davening, involved in a shidduch, in a business situation, whatever it is, sometimes we don't know what's supposed to be, we don't know what's best for us. But we ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu to please give us the clarity. And it's at those moments of clarity that burden is lifted, that we have a perspective, and then we can figure out how we plan. Then we do the hishtalus, and we turn to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and we say we're doing our part. And hopefully HaKadosh Baruch Hu helps us with the rest, and we get the results that we so desire. But that's what was stressing Yaakov. It was the lack of knowledge. It was the lack of, is it Achi, is it Esav? And hopefully, in our lives, when faced with those situations, we will be able to rise to those occasions, turn towards HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and have the clarity that we need in order to approach every situation in our lives.